holiday ham. The one that you see on all of the, in all of the old photographs, the one that you see in the magazines, the one that the entire family seats themselves around. This is exactly what I picture. Smithfield has been in the industry for 81 years, and they brought today the brown sugar ham, the full 8 to 9 pounder, the biggest one that they do, the biggest one that we have here on QVC. We can serve at least 16 people, if not more, and I'm talking about grown-up portions with this ham. And then you don't even need to choose the glaze that comes along with it, because you're getting the honey and you're getting the maple and you're getting the brown sugar. So in a moment's notice, you can decide, I think this is the one that I want to do, and not even worry about what the flavor choice of the packets are. So I want you to say hi to Tom Castaldi, because he's been bringing Smithfield to QVC for several years. I'm so happy you're here. Hi.
Great to be back with you.
This is really wonderful, because for me, when I think of that holiday ham, the one that I was just talking about, I think always of Smithfield. There is something about the flavor of a Smithfield ham that is just supreme.
And that's the greatest compliment we get. People don't ask, I want a grocery store ham. I want a Smithfield ham by name. I mean, it's a tribute to the 81-year history of producing these hams the same way.
Right.
We haven't changed the way we produce them.
And you cannot find this in grocery stores. You cannot find this locally. This is something that you would probably have to find in their holiday catalog. But I can assure you, the sale price that we have of $58.92, and you get all of the glaze packets, and we've got 3 easy payments of under $20 a month, and our shipping is free. This is really the time to either, you can actually get this in November or you can get this in December, and I really want you to reserve it for those time periods, because when you put this on the table, everybody can serve themselves. It actually becomes a whole different kind of holiday. You can officially carve it if you want to, although it's pre-sliced, right?
It is pre-sliced and pre-cooked. And so the way we produce the ham is the old-fashioned way. We cook the ham in its natural juices, so we don't add any water or chemicals to it. We smoke it over real hardwood, so that gives it a smoky, tender taste. And you can see here, it's a very moist ham. There's not a lot of fat. There is marbling in here.
And why is marbling important?
Marbling is absolutely where all the flavor is. It melts away when you warm this ham up.
Okay.
Gently warm it, about 325 degrees. Tin foil, a little water at the bottom of the pan, and 1 hour, your main event will be completely finished.
And you know what, to your point, you've got all that marbling where you want it to be, but it doesn't have a lot of excess fat around the outside or big pieces of it on the inside.
Right.
These are the choicest hams that you can bring home. And again, with the glaze, people used to have to make a choice. Did you want the maple, or did you want the honey, or did you want the brown sugar? Well, here you get them all, so you can make them at 3 different times. And then maybe even for leftovers, when you reheat them, do another glaze packet and do something totally differently.
Great idea, yeah. And you know, a lot of people have different flavor tastes when they're entertaining, and so you have variety. And you can put them in a gravy boat and allow your guests to enjoy. Now that's the honey. That's the traditional. It's the main flavor that marries greatly, I think, with this Smithfield ham.
I have to tell you, the glaze is lovely.
Thank you. Yeah.
But the ham.
Right.
Yes, the glaze is lovely, and I'm so glad you're giving us 3.
Right.
But the ham. That's what I will always say every time you bring a Smithfield ham into your home, is that flavor is rich, it's smoky, it's deep. And you know what it's not? It's not salty. Why is it not salty in its flavor? Because they're not taking shortcuts. There's no injectables being used here. A lot of people smoke things for a couple of hours and then they top it off with a hefty dose of liquid smoke right on the inside.
They do.
And those are filled with bad ingredients and preservatives and chemicals and salt.
Right.
This is true ham. So if you have somebody, maybe even it's you, that said, I don't know if I like ham, it's kind of salty. Well, that's probably because you've never had a ham where they've taken the time to do it the proper way.
Right, yeah. I mean, it really makes a huge difference.
Huge difference.
It's all in the flavor. When the flavor comes through and you remember the days when you were younger at your grandparents' table, that's the way this ham ought to taste. And now let me give you a little dab, if I can.
Yes.
This is the maple. And this is an interesting flavor because this is a little bit fuller. A little bit sweeter.
I got the aroma already.
Could you?
Yeah. So if you're serving this in your home and you really want to bring people in through their nose, you're going to serve the maple because that is beautifully aromatic.
Yes.
It's rich.
Yeah, it is a deeper flavor.
It's rich
Yeah.
and it's deep. And if you love that, you're getting that along with the honey that we just
Right.
talked about. That was like the classic and the traditional. But here's something I want to let you know about before we go to our third glaze, which is you can do this on auto delivery. You will get your first shipment when you want it, either in November, the week of November 6th, or the week of December 4th. If you want to lock into auto delivery, you're reserving your order for it to be billed and shipped to you at that time when it comes to you in either November or December. You're going to get your 3 glaze packets, and then you will get one more shipment with your price locked in. If you reserve it during Christmas and July, your price is locked in for a second shipment in March, just on time for the Easter holiday. And you will also get your 3 glaze packets once again to be able to serve it however you like for that holiday. And so there you are, right there with the glaze.
Yep.
We're going to tell you how to prepare that glaze in just a moment.
Yep.
But we have one more.
Yeah, one more is our brown sugar. Now this will be the deepest flavor, and this is a brown sugar cured ham, Sharon. So
Okay.
the brown sugar is a sweet cinnamony. It's got a cinnamon overtone to it, with
Little
again,
bit.
yeah, a little bit sweeter as well, and a fuller flavor like the maple.
So I would say the honey is what was you considered traditional,
Yeah,
correct?
traditional,
So it's
yeah.
the lightest. I think the lightest, just a little bit of flavor, a little sweet. The maple, deeper flavor, I think I actually feel like the maple is the sweetest. Maybe it's just because I'm associating it with breakfast when I think of maple. But then when you get to the brown sugar, it just complements the ham so beautifully, and it marries with the flavor of the ham so beautifully and gives it that whisper of sweetness. You're getting them all, so you don't need to worry about which one do I want to order because you get all of it. And by the way, your sale price is going away at the end of the month. Before we talk about prep,
Yes.
Dan Wheeler has been extraordinarily patient.
I thought you'd
hanging
never
out to the
ask
side.
me in. I'm
Yeah.
salivating
You're
over
salivating.
Could
Look
I
at how
have
beautiful
some
this
honey?
is, even for the
Which
table.
would you like?
And
Would you
I
like the
have
honey?
the authentic gourmet croissants coming up next, so I thought I'd make a little
Oh,
sandwich.
Look
well,
at
then I
you.
need a
Nice.
much bigger piece.
Yeah.
This
Oh, I need
is
a
actually
bigger
a
piece than
delicious
that.
idea with
In
the
fact,
authentic gourmet croissants. That's
isn't that good?
perfect.
Thank you.
With the ham.
That piece disappeared, Tom. Can you make sure
Yes,
you give me a
I
bigger one this one? So good.
It disappeared.
But
Isn't
no,
it good?
you just say the word Smithfield ham, and I get so hungry.
It's a Pavlov's response. You hear Smithfield and you start salivating.
Oh, man. But there is no other ham for your table.
Which, did you give him a particular glaze or did you just give him the ham?
It was the honey.
honey.
Yeah, I gave him the
The
honey.
classic.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah, the
Tom.
classic. Right.
my gosh.
exactly.
How perfect is that with the butteriness and the flakiness of the croissant?
Isn't it wonderful? It is.
That's
and
a great
and That's
idea.
the beauty of a ham this size, leftovers with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sandwiches the next day.
Yeah, you know what's so great? With the taste of the croissant and your incredible ham, I don't need anything on here. I got the perfect
Right,
sandwich,
you-
and I'm out of here so I can eat
Okay.
it.
Are the
Thank you,
croissants coming up
Sharona.
next?
Next.
Okay.
Thank
We
you,
look forward to them.
Sharona.
I see them over there. You're
Thank you,
welcome,
Dan.
sir. So here's a couple of things. I'm going to step right over here because,
Yes.
again, this is an 8 to 9 pound ham. And in chatting with Tom before the show, we said definitely 16 adult hearty servings, but you could potentially get up to 18 if you have a lot of kids coming over to your house as part of your family celebration. You
Yes.
might be able to squeeze a couple more servings than that. But if you're saying, gee, I only have like 8 people coming over, what am I going to do with the rest of it? The leftovers, the sandwiches, the breakfast, the mac and cheese, where instead of using a cold cut or a press style ham to put into those recipes, you substitute Smithfield wherever it calls for ham, and that will kick your flavor up to the next level. Because I always have a German dish called Spätzle that I make that uses heavy cream, and it usually uses like a Black Forest or a tavern style ham. And when I
beautiful.
substitute this in there, oh my
Big
word, the flavor is big and rich and beautiful. And so now we do need to talk about preparation, because to your point earlier, this is already cooked. Do not cook the ham. Gently heat the
Yes,
ham.
gently
Am I
warm
right?
it. Yeah, gently warm it, 325 degrees. I always recommend. Now this looks like a Norman Rockwell painting. I think
That's the
doesn't
one
it?
I always
Look
think
at-
of when I
look
think
at
of
that
this ham.
Is that the most beautiful thing on your holiday table?
I was trying to think of his name earlier, actually, and it was escaping me in a moment. So I was like, those classic pictures, you know.
When you warm the ham, warm it face down like this with a little bit of water or apple cider, and it will steam up, it will warm it, it will maintain the moistness, and then you bring it out to your table, and you have, in 1 hour, the main event, which you never want to ruin the main event on your holiday
Right,
meal.
right.
81-year tradition. This company have been serving generations. Asked for by name, a Smithfield ham.
And you know what?
In less than an hour.
In less than an hour. Over 800 have been spoken for and reserved for November or December, but I will say that November ship date is starting to become very limited. So please make sure you reserve those 3 easy payments. Also think about doing the auto delivery where you'll get your one future shipment in March just in time for the Easter holiday. And think about this, based on 16 servings, and we both, Tom and I, agreed they would be hearty, grown-up size servings. It's $3.68 a serving. So if you have a really big family and you have people coming in and out of your house, a lot of people do, or they do something called an open house here in the Pennsylvania area where they invite friends and family to just stop over and they have a big buffet table. This will serve a lot of people for not a lot of money per serving, which I think is, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends. Don't spend a bunch of money necessarily, but have something delicious. And also don't spend a ton of time in the kitchen because this is all done for you. But I do have a question.
Yes.
This is bone in.
It is.
So we're not wasting the bone, right? What can we do with that once the ham is gone?
Save the bone. You can freeze the bone, number one, when you get done. Freeze the bone, save it, use it in your stocks and your stews, and that's really where all the flavor is, on the edge of the bone, where you get that marbling.
Oh, yeah.
And so that marbling and flavor transcends into your soups and stews and anything else you want to use it to flavor up.
Yeah.
So
it's a wonderful way to go and actually keep reaping the benefits of how delicious this holiday ham is. It is the largest one that Smithfield makes. It's the largest one we have here at QVC, and your sale price is going away. It's expiring at the end of the month, which is in just a few days from now. Christmas in July, believe it or not, will officially be over. So if you think about reserving it while we have this terrific price, you are taking a lot of stress off of yourself for the holiday season, and not just planning the main dishes when people come over, but when they actually do come over, you're not living in the kitchen.
No,
you're enjoying your family and friends, and you didn't get it from the Smithfield Holiday Catalog. And I have to tell you, I don't mean to beat you guys up, but I know that a lot of people come to QVC and give us these incredible values because our shipping is free. And we have those 3 easy payments and the sale price because you're reserving it ahead of time. So this is a terrific way to go. You can see the comparable retail price is closer to $89. And 55141 is the item number. And what are our 3 glazes that we get?
3 glazes are the traditional honey, the maple, and the brown sugar, and you get all 3.
You get all 3, and we do that on the stovetop, right?
You can do it on the stovetop. A couple of teaspoons of water, put it in a gravy boat, or you can put it on top of the ham while you're warming it.
Glaze it while you're warming it. Stay where you are if you want it. Lock into auto delivery. Tom, it's always a treat to see you.
Thank you, Sharon.
But if you're interested in that delicious sandwich that Dan Wheeler just made, he's going to tell you how he made it with these.
Oh, and Sharon, it was oh so good because not only did I have that Smithfield ham, I had it encased in a wonderful French gourmet butter croissant from Authentic Gourmet. Look at those croissants. This is something special that they only do for the holidays and for us here at QVC with a big 65-count offer of croissants. And if you look right here, you'll see why these are in such high demand on QVC. Layers and layers of that bread, which has so much it's that French butter. That is the key. And my guest is Michaela Breyer. She is a co-owner of the company. Good to see you, Michaela.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Très bien, très bien.
Yeah,
we
she
can
is
start
from
with
France.
our first French lesson, you know. So this is Joyeux Noël from
Merry
Authentic
Christmas.
Gourmet.
Yes.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Joyeux Noël.
Noël.
But and Merry Christmas is this big 65-piece gourmet set for $59.40 a sale price. That's 91 cents per croissant. Now, if you ever stopped at an American bakery, you can't get this size croissant. But these are the real deal. They're from France, $19.80 a month on your credit card. We have 3 ship dates. You can get it shipped now, the week of November 6th for Thanksgiving. You want to have these for Thanksgiving. And the week of December 4th because you want to have them for Christmas and New Year's anyway. Okay, what makes the French croissant so special?
Well, first of all, these are real French croissants. They are made in France. They come from France.